Okay, let's unpack this. For anyone fascinated by the intricate dance between our thoughts and our physical selves, and particularly for those of you really captivated by psychology, today's deep dive is definitely for you. We're about to explore something that, honestly, it genuinely reshaped my understanding of healing.
Yeah, absolutely. Our deep dive today takes us into, well, the profound insights of Dr. Bessel van der Kolk's really seminal work, The Body Keeps the Score. Our mission, essentially, is to extract the revolutionary insights from this source, to understand how trauma isn't just, an emotional wound, but how it's profoundly stored and healed, moving far beyond what we typically think of as just mental or emotional.
Right. And, for anyone like us who's thought deeply about psychology, we often frame trauma as a mental scar, right? A painful memory lodged somewhere in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
But what Dr. van der Kolk reveals is genuinely, unsettling, almost paradigm shifting. Trauma isn't just something you remember. It's a physical imprint. That phrase just sticks. It literally lives in your body, in your nervous system. And it subtly yet profoundly shapes your health, your reactions, your thoughts every single day. It's quite something.
And what's truly critical here is the neurological impact he outlines. I mean, the book reveals that trauma effectively hijacks the brain. That's his term. This means the amygdala, our brain's fear center, it becomes hyper-vigilant, kind of overactive.
Always on alert.
Exactly. And simultaneously, the areas responsible for rational thinking and language processing, they become underactive. So the body just remains stuck in this chronic state of fight, flight, or freeze.
Right. Which then leads to what?
Well, it can lead to persistent chronic stress, physical pain, various illnesses even, because your whole system is just stuck on high alert constantly.
Wow. Okay, so if trauma is so deeply embedded physically, neurologically, it really begs the question, why isn't traditional talk therapy, which we often rely on, always enough? We've kind of been told forever that talking things through is the key, but the book points to a clear limitation there, doesn't it?
It really does. This is such a crucial point because trauma, as Dr. van der Kolk explains it, is often pre-verbal, meaning it affects us at a level that's deeper than words can easily reach. It impacts our body sensations, our instincts, before it even forms into, a coherent thought or story.
Oh, okay. So it's felt before it's thought.
Precisely. So if the core experience is felt and processed below the level of language, then purely verbal approaches, while still valuable, of course, they can be insufficient for really releasing that deeply stored bodily trauma. The words just might not connect to the physical root of it.
That makes so much sense. So if words alone aren't the full solution, then what does Dr. van der Kolk suggest? How do we release this deeply stored bodily trauma? This must be where the book introduces some of those maybe less conventional but innovative approaches to healing.
Indeed, yeah. The Body Keeps the Score details several powerful body-based methods. Really fascinating stuff. We're talking about practices like yoga and mindfulness, which help individuals reconnect with their bodily sensations. Critically, they help cultivate a sense of safety within themselves.
Feeling safe in your own skin again.
Exactly. Then there's EMDR, eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing, which is a more targeted method to help the brain actually reprocess traumatic memories in a different way. Theater and movement therapies are also highlighted, things designed to help survivors regain a sense of agency, control and connection.
Right, using the body to express and reclaim.
And finally, things like neurofeedback or somatic experiencing, which actively work to bring balance back to a dysregulated nervous system, essentially trying to get that system out of constant overdrive or chronic alert mode, retuning it almost.
Okay, so these methods are all pointing towards engaging the body directly. What's the core message connecting all of them? What's the ultimate goal Dr. van der Kolk is driving towards with this whole body-centric approach?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really comes down to embodiment and, crucially, safety within one's own self, finding that safety again. Dr. van der Kolk's key message, and this is a direct quote from the book, is crystal clear. Trauma survivors need to learn that their bodies are safe again.
Only then can true emotional healing begin.
Exactly. Only then can true emotional healing begin. And this truly underscores his broader insight, another powerful quote. Trauma isn't what happens to you, it's what happens inside you as a result of what happened. It's such a profound shift in perspective, really. It's not the event itself, but the internal reaction and storage.
Yeah. That really hits home. So for anyone listening, especially those of you passionate about psychology and understanding the human mind, the core takeaway from this deep dive feels like a fundamental paradigm shift, wouldn't you say? To truly understand mental health, to achieve deep healing, we absolutely must acknowledge and engage with the body's central role. It's not just in your head, it's all of you. And recognizing that integration, that connection, is where the real work begins, it seems.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to leave everyone with, something to mull over. How might recognizing the body's fundamental role in memory and healing reshape our approach, not just for profound trauma, but maybe even for our everyday experiences of stress and well-being? What could that change?
So this book summary is powered by International Psychology Association. Follow us for more interesting book summaries and psychology updates. Thank you.